Smarter PowerPoint integration. We've added an incredible new feature that has long been requested by the PowerPoint community. That's the ability to automatically animate or sequence your graphics using SmartDraw. Let's cover what sequencing is, why it's important, consider an example, and see how SmartDraw 2009 makes it effortless. Imagine the diagram you see here in SmartDraw is actually a slide in PowerPoint. I'm going to present to you the slide in the way that it really ought to be presented. What we have here is a matrix diagram related to time management. Suppose you were to ask yourself, how should I manage my tasks or divide my work? Well, you should prioritize these tasks by urgency and importance. This matrix diagram divides the tasks into 4 quadrants so you can visualize how best to manage your tasks. Let's take a look at the first quadrant. These are things that are both urgent and important. Typically, these include a crisis. These are the first things you should take care of, and you should manage these tasks. In the next quadrant, you have tasks that are important, but not that urgent. These are the areas where you should put most of your focus. So if you're not dealing with a crisis, this is where you should be focusing your energy. Every day we're presented with lots of urgent things that are not important. This is the third quadrant. Mail that comes in, someone who sticks their head into your office. These are things to avoid if you want to manage your time effectively. Finally, you have matters that are neither important nor urgent. These are matters that are a complete waste of your time. Obviously, you want to do your best to avoid these areas. So, as I presented this matrix to you, notice that I revealed each box one at a time. By doing so, you were able to focus on what I was saying for each quadrant. Now imagine if I had just put this single slide up with all of the quadrants showing, and I started to say what I wanted to say. You'd be attempting to take in all that information from all 4 boxes at once, and trying to figure out what they are, and probably not really listening to me. It's far more effective for me to sequence this diagram step by step, and explain it to my audience as I go along. Graphics presented in this way are so much more effective than boring bullet points. They raise the quality of communication with your audience, improving understanding and retention. And frankly, how professional your presentation comes across. Now that you see how important sequencing is, how is it done in PowerPoint? Well, you'll notice I just did this in SmartDraw 2009. This incredible new feature, which we call sequencing, is accessible on the new PowerPoint tab. Notice what happens when I click Preview. Just like in PowerPoint, successive mouse clicks reveal the different parts of my slide. And I can use these commands to view the next slide, previous slide, or cancel the preview. I can easily choose which content to show by selecting the content and selecting a step number in the sequence. Here's something you'll appreciate. Many of the graphics in SmartDraw 2009 have already been pre-sequenced for you. So if you were to present your graphics to an audience, it would be presented in the most favorable way. In fact, I didn't need to do any sequencing for this example. It's already been done for me. That's great! We now have sequenced slides in SmartDraw. But how do I get that information into PowerPoint? Simply click the Instant Send to PowerPoint button on the main toolbar. In seconds, my slide is in PowerPoint, already sequenced for me. If I then preview the slideshow, notice as I click, the sequencing appears just like in my SmartDraw preview. Incredible. It's never been this easy or fast to create a great-looking, sequenced PowerPoint presentation. You not only have the capability to make compelling graphics for your presentations, you now have faster, smarter presentations. And the work has already been done for you. This is true of charts and graphs and more. And if it's not sequenced to your liking, you can very easily change it using the intuitive commands. We think you'll agree. If you give any type of PowerPoint presentation, sequencing is an absolutely key tool to your success. and sequencing is unique to SmartDraw 2009. Smarter PowerPoint integration. One of the many valuable reasons to own SmartDraw 2009.